One life with the fellas. One life with the fellas.
Ooh, one life with the fellas is about to come on, y'all.
Maybe it me, maybe it that, no. Maybe it did, maybe it white, maybe it black, no. Maybe it me, I'm from the mud, I'm from the mud. I got it all from the grid, taking the rig, taking the rig, taking the rig. Maybe it me, maybe it that, no. Maybe it did, maybe it white, maybe it black, no. Maybe it me, I'm from the mud, I'm from the mud. I got it all from the grid, taking the rig, taking the rig, taking the rig.
One life with the fellas.
Yo, what's good, fellas?
What up, what up, what up?
Hey, Bonnie, you messed me up there, boy. I saw that live button come up top. And I'm like, no intro?
Slow pulling the trigger on the intro video.
I'm like, yeah.
They tried to lock me out.
Yeah, no boy to give nobody no warning, man. It's like, sheesh. Caught us all in the moment and everything, man. Anyway, man, what's good, fellas? We back. One Life with the fellas, man. We coming back on episode 7. And as y'all been seeing with the posts and stuff we've been having throughout the week, topic for the night. If we're stepping away from the education things, and we thank everybody for chiming in and input and stuff that y'all have had in those episodes. And we are diving back into some stuff. I think that it gets getting a little messy about some things, man. So tonight's topic is, if it ain't 50-50, I don't want it. So, but as always, man, before we get into our topic for the night, we did want to do a highlight of a black business. And so I think this time we're gonna let one of our own highlight their business, and go and take it away, man. Let them know who you are, what you is, what you got.
People. I am Chef Nico. And if you follow me on any social media, you've seen the food. I think the food speaks for itself. There's no event too big or too small for me to do. My website is www.gr3ateats.org.
What about your TikTok? What's your TikTok?
My TikTok is at Chef Nico. I do live cooking shows. I actually teach while I'm cooking on TikTok. So if you want to follow me on TikTok, go ahead and follow me there. If you want me to do an event, I don't mind traveling as long as you don't mind paying for it. But again, I am Chef Nico, and when I do an event, it's really an event because I'm not just gonna come and cook. Like, I'm gonna give you all the personality in the world, everything that I have, and I'm putting my heart and soul into your food.
Yeah, all these comments y'all see on Facebook, y'all gonna get them live.
Right.
It ain't just no cooking. He gonna get all these comments live.
Yeah, you get full Nico personality. I am Chef Nico.
I go hibachi.
Instagram is
called Chef Nico.
Same on Nico. same _ OLE_NIKO. The other one is Eat with Chef Nico, and the website again is www.gr3ateats.org.
Hey, Bonnie, get that man a round of applause, man. Can we get that round of applause for the homie?
Of course, man. I got you.
Yeah, man. That's what's up. So yeah, y'all check out Chef Nico, man. And I mean, we're not saying this because we as homeboys, we probably would be and are his biggest critics.
Right.
But the homie is the truth. And like you said, man, he does not mind traveling. For those of us that are, back down this way in Alabama and Georgia area or whatnot, because I think there's a lot of our followers where y'all are, he don't mind traveling. And it'll be worth your time. So y'all check him out. He's dropped the website and the handles as far as for the social media pages, and on TikTok as well. You know how to teach folks how to make a good egg sandwich, man? Since you say you cooking classes.
The egg sandwich is the truth, man. I'm telling you, I've been practicing on them. We can do scrambled, sunny side up, over medium, what you need.
Yeah, see, I just do scramble, it's only all this sunny side and everything, man. Put me a piece of light bread, I'm good.
Light bread. That sounds like an after the club meal, man. With Waffle House 2-pack.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But yeah, man, let's gonna dive on into this thing, man. I guess one thing that we was talking about off air before we went live, man. Y'all know it's prom season, right? And something's been going on like crazy now as far as these videos and pictures of parents posting their kids' pictures and everything, which is cool. I mean, of course, we grew up in a different era, right? We had the Polaroids and Fujifilms. You know, it had the scrotal things back and
I ain't that old, man.
whatever. All right, so what kind of camera you had? You know, I want to know because I was there.
Yeah, he ain't had no iPhone camera. I know that.
All right.
Definitely had no iPhone camera.
He had no camera phone.
Nah, none of that was that.
I ain't have to do the little flash thing though, man. I had to wait till they developed. You know, hate one picture of this.
Maybe you didn't, but your mama did. I know she did. Well, man, so it's crazy, man, because and I say that because, you know, I don't think we had as much hype, for prom as much as it is now. I ain't gonna lie, to me, man, it's almost like it becomes a slick competition with these parents, man. Like, I know one picture that has went viral. I think as of late, probably went viral the quickest was this young lady that she was posted with a dude. She had a purple dress on. Y'all seen this one? She had the guns.
With the bullpup.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
One of my favorite guns, man. I looked at that more than the picture.
Oh, and you know what's crazy for me? What bothered me was the fact that when I saw the picture, the first thing I noticed was I like, man, why Buddy stepping on a girl dress? Like,
Yeah.
Then the guns and everything else came into play. I don't know. Maybe they just was being a girl's dad, but I don't know. That kind of bothered me a little bit, dog. But you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know what I'm saying? That was crazy. But I don't know. Did y'all see the caption where they saying allegedly that she's being kicked out of school, won't be able to graduate high school, and she had a full scholarship ride to Tennessee State University. They pulled the scholarship opportunity. Did y'all see all of that?
I think the sister came out. I think the sister came out and said that none of that was true.
Yeah.
True.
And then I saw a lot of people commenting on that, and one dude, I refused to call his name to give him any kind of publicity because of the clown that he is, but he was like, good for her. Yeah, I said it. I hope you watch. He was like, good for her. Like, she shouldn't graduate because she shouldn't be having the gun and stuff, bro. I'm like, straight 2A. I love 2A. And I love guns. If she didn't shoot nobody and do nothing wrong, she just posing with a gun, baby, do you?
Yeah.
My kids know how to use guns, and if you come in here, they're going to show you that they know how to use them. So her taking a picture with it does not offend me at all.
But I got a question with you, Nico. With the climate being the way it is, and the perception being the way that it is, do you think that it's kind of like, no, don't get me wrong, I know you have the right to do whatever you want to do in any aspect, but do you think that it was kind of over the top, or you think that it was kind of necessary to do? Now you know, people in America, we love guns. We love our guns. Nobody gonna take our guns away from us, right? But just saying that, just to be out there saying that, you know, I'm strapped like this, right? And not realizing that, hey, what police officer may see this, and then what situation that you may put yourself in later if you like pulled over or you're in a certain altercation. Then, oh, I remember her photo. She stays strapped. You know what I mean? So kind of like what situation that would put you in. You know, we always talk about, think about stuff before you do it. You know what I mean?
We do talk about that, but them people from the Caucasus Mountains, they pose with guns all the time, and nobody has a problem with it ever. But as soon as Black America shows they want to use their rights, people have all the problems in the world. If your guns are legal, I don't care what you do with them, they're yours. You can show them all the time. I've been stopped with the pistol in the car. Pistol was on me with one in the head. Literally told Buddy, look, I have a pistol on me. Can you take it off me? Nothing happened to me. He called for backup. Like 8 police cars showed up. But other than that, he just took my pistol and nothing else happened.
But I think to that exact same point, or that personal experience that you had. I think that's where you have to, for our kids, where we have to like let them know you're a black woman or you're a black man in America. So all these equal rights and all this other stuff that's there for the law of the land for the people, it always don't necessarily apply for us.
You're
So
right.
especially being the fact that this young girl is senior in high school, she's going to be in the real world here within the next 3 to 4 years or 5, I guess you can say, as a graduate or whatever it may need to be, looking to be an employee for someone or maybe in being her own employer as a being an entrepreneur. So it's like what I try to get kids to understand now in school, man, is like we live in a day and age, man, where the things that we do on these screens that's in front of us now, they have so much more backlash, and it's making it harder for us as black folks as well. To your point, Nico, of how that stuff can be used against us. So yeah, I agree with you saying, like, do you is you this your last year, this you want to go out with a bang, literally and figuratively and everything like that. But the opposite side of that is like you can't control what the other people on the other side of the screen is doing too. Because I saw a caption with the picture was like somebody said she they said she something to the extent about she loaded up for all the hoes that's been hating or something like that.
Yeah,
I didn't see that one.
So like,
But
so God, dog, now you don't took this picture that she just wanted to do for her and whoever the old dude was that was standing on her dress. You know what I'm saying? This your thing to do for your senior year, and now you got somebody else bringing in a whole other issue into the situation at hand. Now it got this whole concept of me just posing, for my culture, for my environment, what I'm accustomed to. That little caption that's on there put a whole other weight of problems on your shoulders that you probably necessarily didn't even ask for. And
You're right about that one, but
that is
so
part folks got to really understand. It's the folks in social media that make these still pictures 10 times worse than what the intent was.
yeah,
I can't. We can't really control what they say, but as for to your first point about like police officers and all that, my only thing is know your rights.
yeah.
That's
But
it. If you
knowing your rights ain't gonna stop you from getting killed, man. As you can see in the past,
You're
you
right.
can walk out your house right here, right now, and say, "I have the right to bear arms," and be gunned down in your driveway. Just because you knew that ain't gonna stop you from getting killed by the police.
You're right.
You can know all you want to know. It ain't gonna stop you from getting killed. If they tell you, sir, you need to put that gun down, you better put that gun down or risk being gunned down. And that's just the truth of the matter. Like you can know all you want to know, but it won't stop you from getting killed in certain situations.
All right, so we're gonna put a pin on that because we can go all day for that thing right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just,
There's levels to that thing right there, dog.
yeah, it is.
So it is, bottom line, man, be careful about what you post, I guess, at the end of the day. But yeah, man, let's go to dive into this thing, man. I would say before we get into the topic at hand and whatnot, we know we had a lot of females make commenting on the post that was made throughout the last week leading up until tonight's show. And I hope y'all are on, whether it's via YouTube or via Facebook or whatnot. So we want to let y'all know, man, that if you are willing and wanting to, come on the show and participate with us, I think Barney just put the apps, the links to the apps in there on both on the YouTube page and both on the Facebook side. Click that link. He'll see you in the green room, and then we'll get you on. We want that same energy, man. We want the same energy with Nico talking about these Jerusalem 12s and everything and all that jazz, man. So, yeah, we're gonna go to get into this thing, man. So, I think,
Before we move on, though, like when y'all read the Jerusalem 12, what was your reaction, bro?
man, listen, dog. I turned my phone back on, dog. I said this dude was an idiot, dog. Hey, for real, I said my boy got tired today, boy. I said, but you'll get around for. But
All the time in the world today.
yeah, boy. Let's kick this thing off with the Cam Newton comments, man. I know it's been a few weeks now since he made his comments. They were deemed as being sexist. If I'm not mistaken, he had to come out and apologize for his comments and everything like that, man. I don't know. My first question, y'all, man. What was the comment sexist? How about that? Let's start there.
I'm not
Speaking
going first.
true.
Go ahead,
Go
Mr. Evans.
second.
Go ahead, Demir. What you got, man?
Hold on, man. You muted over there.
You muted yourself, dog. Look alive.
Hey, my fault. My wife was printing something, so I had to mute the mute. But no, man. So I don't think I can see how it comes off as sexist, but I think it's just the role that you're trying to play. You know, what are you trying to play? What are you looking for in a relationship, right? So he just putting out there, hey, this is what I want, right? And it's killed me because a lot of people agree to it to a certain extent, but when you start talking about, oh, you gonna cook, clean, and be barefoot, you know what I'm saying? So you put them in a different spot, then they're like, oh, well, you know, I'm an independent woman and I'm a boss, I'm a this and that.
So to break it back real quick, the comment that caught all the traction and everything was women who can't cook and don't know when to be quiet. It was really just that main piece.
That's what they pulled out
and took off.
Didn't hear nothing else now.
Nothing else.
The rest of it was
The fact that women who
That's
can't
My fault, yeah.
and women who can't cook and don't know when to be quiet. So for that comment, that little insert that he had, I think it wasn't even a whole 30 seconds from what I can remember.
Yeah.
You know, it went viral, and so all right, they want to put that back out there for the public just in case they may have forgot about anything like that. So, Bonnie, Nico, what y'all got, man?
I agree with him to a certain extent, but I think it goes both ways. You know what I mean? I think a woman should know when to be quiet, but a man should also know when to be quiet as well. You know what I mean?
Good answer.
I don't know about, but it's like you said. You know, we'll talk about the 50-50 thing here in a minute, but I think it's because a relationship goes both ways that it should be treated as such. You know what I mean? Because why would I, you know what I mean? Why would I, as a person or in a relationship, want to be in a position to where we're always going back and forth about something? You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to know when to be quiet. Just like we say, sometimes you got to know when to step up and lead, and sometimes you got to know when to step back and fall back and be led when you're not knowledgeable about a certain situation. You know what I mean? So I think from that perspective, it kind of goes both ways. So why step up and talk about something in a relationship that you don't know nothing about? You got to know when to step up and when to pull back when you don't know. The worst thing you can do is try to make yourself seem knowledgeable about something when you're not, because you're going to make yourself look stupid. Or, you know, you're going to make larger mistakes where that could have been prevented, I would say.
Give yourself a round of applause, Bonnie. That's a hell of an answer, man.
Hell of an answer.
I'll give it to him. Nico, what you got, big dog?
He said nothing wrong, bro. At all. Like, if that's your role in the relationship, then play your role. Like, if you with Cam Newton, you're probably not working at all. So, like, do something around the house. And then, like, don't keep nagging. Just be quiet sometimes. Like, you got your point across, now let it go. But he ain't saying nothing wrong. Like, but I agree with Murray. Like, each person got to know when to play their role, when to be quiet, when to keep going, and when to lead, when to fall back. But as far as, like, just the comments, like, stop being so sensitive. You get mad at everything that doesn't go your way. No. Stop it.
Now, he did make some comments about, you know, some of our boss chicks and how they always, you know, I think what, like, they want to lead, you know, I don't need no man for this, I don't need no man, you know, like those type of women. I'll say this as a PSA, right? Be careful what you wish for. You know what I mean? For those who kind of has that mentality or feel a certain way, I would say be careful for what you wish for, because if your intentions are not to be by yourself your entire life, that may be where you end up. Because when you intentionally are not looking for something or not needing something, you're probably not gonna get it. You know what I mean? Yeah, you may set your standards high, or you may have your checklist per se, and you're not gonna accept anything less than that. But I just say be careful. Hey, that's my relationship advice for the week.
I just, I don't know. I hate the fact, man, that I mean, I of course I think all of us can understand where he's coming from. I hate the
Oh
fact
yeah,
that I don't think it went. It should have went to the extent of this man having to apologize for an opinion that he was stating, and then on top of that, too, 12 seconds of his opinion was taken into a whole argument
oh
of
yeah.
and real talk, which really prompted this whole 50-50 trend crap that went on social media for like weeks afterwards about 50-50 relationships and all this other stuff. Going to your point, Bonnie, about the roles of relationships and everything like that, man. But it's like Buddy was just speaking his opinion on a role of a female in a relationship. If she can't cook or anything or whatever it is, or basically he's saying that whatever that you're bringing to the table, you know,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, balance it out somewhere. And I saw a lot in the posts that we had throughout the week. Some people hate the whole what you bring it to the table conversation and all this stuff like that, man. It's like I just think now so much stuff kind of get overblown to be like just like
I
wow stuff, man. Like everybody it's sometimes I feel like people just be grabbing for stuff. Like we sit back and
yeah.
we read comments and you're like, oh, I thought about this, so I'm gonna go and try to chime in this way and everything. But like a lot of stuff, man, people be arguing about, man. Like, what is your substance? You know what I'm
I
saying?
think
Like,
you know what, Timar? I think the whole 50-50 thing comes back to people always look at it as it being financial.
Mm.
Yeah,
I
it's
made a
way
post
But
about
it's not totally financial, right? Just take the monetary value off of it and look at it that way. Why would I be invested 50%? Like I'm only bringing half of my emotions into this relationship, meaning I'm only giving you 50% of my 100%, but you only bring in 25% of your 100%. You know what I mean? Like you're only giving 50% of yourself to a relationship in any aspect. I would say let's look at it non-monetary value wise, because I think that's the way a lot of people look at it. They look at it they try to monetize it, right? So, oh, he only gonna pay 50% of the bill. But I think if we look at it in the entirety, you know what I mean, in a whole, that you can see a bigger picture when it comes to the 50-50 thing, or what some people call 50-50. You know what I mean? Because I don't think it really, I think we use the term 50-50, but it don't literally translate to your half and my half. You know what I mean? I think it's more like, oh, yeah, I know I'm going to meet you halfway, right? But to a point, that that's a sliding scale, right? So sometimes I might be, more over here, and sometimes you might be over here. It just depends on the situation. It just depends on, what's going on at the moment. Because when you're in something, you're in it together. You know what I mean? And I'm talking from a perspective of somebody who's married and not looking for something. But if you're talking about being committed or in something committed, and two people are trying to build something together, how can you tell me that you want to build something with somebody and you don't want to bring or meet them in the middle or meet them halfway with that? And that's my thing. I want to come together with you and be as one and build something, but I'm only going to bring 10% of what it takes to build something. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
where's your investment in that?
I think that sounds good, but I think when most people hear this 50-50 thing, I think they look at it as a financial standpoint. What am I bringing to the table? Most people do. I get what you're saying, but majority of us, well, I'm going to say us because, not really me, but majority of people, when they hear 50-50, they think of finances. So, when you see a post, it's mostly, well, I ain't paying 50-50 on no bill. I ain't going 50-50 on no bill, stuff like that. That's all you see. It's never really about, 50-50 in the roles or relationship of of what's going on. You know, it's never that. Even though that's what 50-50 is. You know, are you gonna help me wash these clothes? Hey, I want to go back to school. Are you gonna pull in your part?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what 50-50 really is, but you don't see it that way. So, but yeah, I think everybody has to give at some point. There's a lot of give and take into these relationships, and that is the biggest part. You know, if I got to do A, are you gonna do B? You know, it's not necessarily it's about just, you know, using your strong suit to help build.
I see Tish made a comment about sitting, waiting to be offended. Maybe I missed something like
That was when you was talking. She said
she was talking about like people are waiting to be offended about whatever they hear.
Right.
Oh,
right.
okay.
Okay. She commented off of yours.
Okay. I didn't want to make sure I missed it, where she was coming from with that. But before we go to the next thing, I'm gonna let you go, Nico, real quick. Just want to say again, anybody that wants to come in live and participate with us, like I said, the links are in on the Facebook side and the YouTube side as well. So click that. Is the Melon app. So click that link. Come on in. We'll be glad to have you on, man, to get your input on some of this stuff we got going on.
Preferably, it's already full, guys. So preferably.
Yeah, preferably a female. Yeah, if it's a guy, you may be in the green room for a minute. What you about to say, Nico?
I totally forgot because with that comment. Hold on, let me see. 50-50, that's what we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
So just talking from the post on Facebook and social media, women hear 50-50 and then they be like, well, I'm giving him this, and since he getting this, he gonna have to pay this. And I'm like,
what's this?
The vaginas, that stuff. Trying to keep it clean, man.
Let me use the book word for it.
You feel like you're giving this man a quick nut that he could have got with his hands, so he need to pay everything for you.
Yeah.
Go bring your cup. Never mind, I can't say that.
What? Come again?
I can't say that part because I really wanted to say find the nearest light pole. Bring your cards. I can't say that. Like, what makes your vagina so special? Like, you getting penis too? Like, it's cool. That's it. Yeah, I met in the middle. Nothing else. Now, what else you got to bring to the table? I hate that saying, but what else you bringing? Like, other than finances and sex, what are you bringing? That's where the 50-50 should start at. You know what I'm saying? Take those two off the table and then tell me what else you have.
But do you think people, man, like actually have or think of themselves as far as having enough substance about themselves? Like they know they got more to bring to the table. I'm saying this day and age. Day and age. I'm saying from wives or girlfriends, girlhead, whatever. I'm just saying this day and age. Do you think the women actually value themselves more than the actual fact of just sex in itself? We're just talking about bringing something to the table outside of it.
Women, yes. These little half-raised, unstable creatures, no.
Yeah, I think women nowadays are a lot different, man. A lot of women are trying to be their own boss. They trying to run businesses. They running homes and everything else, man. They doing a lot. So, besides, you know, we did say women, so I ain't talking about these hot girl summers and all that.
But those, I mean, shoot, those are the ones, man, that's
keeping up all the records.
Yeah, they be having the most to say.
Yeah. But they need to realize, like DMX said, I gave you what you gave me, a nut. Now be out of here. Like, what else? That's it.
I don't know why you call them unstable creatures, huh? I get it.
Yeah. We ain't gonna use the other word. We ain't gonna use it.
No. But I get it, man. Nico, what was one of the posts, man, that you had made earlier today, man? It may be along the lines what we just got finished talking about. You know which one I'm talking about, though?
The first one I made about 50-50?
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, what did I say? I said, I don't believe in 50-50 relationships because, like, if you only give me 50, what you doing with the other 50%? like, I need that whole 100. If we're gonna be in this relationship, I need all that. Because like you could be giving 50 to the dude down the street or something. Like you could be giving 10 somewhere else. Or who knows? But if I'm only getting 50, what are you doing with the other 50? I need all of you. You know what I'm saying? In that sense.
So we got a question that's posed. Oh, hold on, go ahead, Demir.
I think though, you know, when in reference to that, Nico, I think when they say that, right, it's not like, you know, you asked me to do like I said, you know, if in my relationship, right? So my wife does predominantly most of the cooking, but that's because I drive an hour to work, you know. But I do help when I can. But that's part of her 50, right? So it's not taken away if she's giving all she can towards the relationship to make sure that we work as a unit. To me, that's her 50. You know, or she's giving her all, but that's 50. You know, it's about the unity of the relationship as far as 100 as a whole. It's not just saying, all right, she give me 50% of like we run a track or something and I'm putting in 50% of my energy. No, nigga, I'm giving you 100% of my energy to do this task or make sure that this works out. You know, it's not that, you know, I think you broke that up to make it sound like something else and just didn't disagree with it. So, clear that up.
All right, so we had a question on. So what about the guys that be entertaining the hot girls?
Oh, okay, I saw that one.
Yeah, what about them? Just let's not forget them.
Oh, there it is right there.
Why do guys entertain the hot girls? If they single, it is what it is, I guess you could say. But if you're in a committed relationship,
Can I answer that?
whatever, yeah, ride with it. Go with it.
You talking about committed guys or guys who are single and just looking for someone? They go for the hot girls and not the stable girls.
Let's assume she's talking about single. Let's assume.
All right, so like
We're not going to that makes a blank out of me. We're not going to
all right, check, right? So let's say you got a plum tree, right? Plum tree, apple tree, whatever type of tree it is.
Oh Lord.
Do you climb to the top of that tree to get the fruit, or do you just grab what you can from the bottom?
It's about to be interesting.
You shake the tree and see what falls off. What you talking about?
So most of the time when you shake that tree, what falls off to them hot girls. And then if he's talking to the hot girl, he probably met her somewhere that he just wanted a nut. It wasn't supposed to turn into a relationship. It turned into a relationship because she was crazy and probably tried to threaten to bust his windows or something. So he stayed there a little while, or it was like really good or easy access. Who knows what it was? That's the reason they stayed there. But it started off with a nut. If we just being honest.
My bad. That was Jasmine Sullivan that tapped in on that when said bust windows.
Yeah. I mean, some people are
she said either one, by the way. She said either one.
And then she said so going. She also responded to Nico's analogy there that
the bottom feeder.
Yeah, they're both the bottom feeders. Got it. I think that's a good way of summing it up. We had another comment. Jacoby said they're supposed to. The hot girls are for entertainment. Entertainment should only go so far, though, in a relationship. I agree. But I think we want us we got to be careful with that question too, because it can easily be lumped into entertaining hot girls and then talking about a relationship. To me, in my opinion, those are two different things.
Yeah.
Because if you out here just being a scumbag, just because you're just trying to sow your royal oats or whatever it is, shoot, that tree shaking them, going to climb up to the top, whatever it is, you're gonna make it do what it do. And I think females probably have some of the same mindset as well, because of whatever it is they may have went through. They may be like, up the mother nigga, all the stuff like that and everything. So they like, I'm gonna get him before he get me. But when you talk about in a relationship though, then that's a whole nother ball game when you're talking about them entertaining the city girls and why and what are we getting out of it and the whole nine right there. Then I think that's where you get kind of complex as far as the conversation and everything. So I don't want us kind of mix those two into one. Just for me, in my opinion, those are two separate entities.
But I think where they get intertwined is the fact, like what Nico's saying, you entertain these people and you're in a relationship, because that's that's who mostly speak up about stuff like that, right? You entertain them, and then somehow, that turns into a relationship. Now you got to figure out how to make it work with this person who really don't believe in 50-50. So, really, what do you do? It ain't a whole lot to do in that situation. Run.
Read that question, T.
How are you in a relationship entertaining anyone outside of it? For me, I think you have to break down entertaining. Entertaining is something that I think that takes on different levels it's different strokes for different folks, in my opinion. Because sometimes entertainment these days can be just a like from a social media post.
Yeah, I think that's
So you like the picture?
You liking too many pictures. You know what I'm saying?
You like too many pictures.
Liking too many.
Okay. I didn't know it was a limit on likes either, so I've been.
I don't know.
He's like you only allow 2 in a week or 1 per month type thing.
But you love
You
it
need
to
to do some research or so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, I'm gonna ask this question. Hold on. With Mier, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. I'm just gonna say Herbert last name. I see you've been interacting a lot since you got on, man. So we're gonna shoot a little invite if you want to just come on and get live with us and participate with us in a second. Just want to throw it out there real quick. Go ahead, Nico.
As far as entertaining,
Yeah.
there's a reason that prostitution is world's oldest profession.
Wait a minute.
Like people been entertaining from the beginning of time. Like
Where are we going?
Hey,
I had to take it back, man. Like
hey, you be coming up with it though, man. I be liking most of this.
like
Go ahead, come on, man. Educate me with this, my boy.
didn't Eve entertain somebody else in the Bible? Like David had David had a woman's husband killed so he could entertain his woman. Like that's human nature. You gonna see something you like. I don't know how far you gonna go with it, but like just because you're in a relationship don't mean you blind. You can still see. So like you gonna look. Now how far you go with it is on you and your character. But it's been happening since the beginning of time.
That's our Bible study for this week. Y'all don't need to do Bible study this week. That's what it is. She said she's stuck at work, y'all. Go into the break room. We'll be quiet.
Take your 15 minutes. Take your 15 minutes right quick.
15 minutes right now, man. But Tori Monet, she did come into the question at
My
hand.
bad, Tish.
Yeah, bro. Oh, talking about Tish. She said it's when the likes generate an inbox conversation. So that's what I was. So she get what I was saying. Like if you, because I think you got some people, man, that may sit on social media to see, like really they make posts, pictures, whatever it may need to be, stunt, flex, whatever, and they do it to see how many likes they gonna get or see who's liking their pictures. You know what I'm saying?
That's too much, man.
It is.
I get it.
That's a
reality.
reality.
Man, I'm about to post some food and see who like it. So like,
that's business. That's business. You got coins in your pocket. You know what I'm talking about?
Exactly.
But I'm getting. You can have an abundance of likes, abundance of friends on your social media pages. You know what I'm saying? And you scroll down to see who like it and everything like that. And God forbid, it may be somebody that you may be somewhat interested in. So. Like, and I agree. I think that's how, like Tori was saying, that's how those likes and everything get spin off into a whole inbox conversation. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man.
So my question is, I mean, does a like translate into somebody checking you out? Like, is that what the like button means? He checking
I don't know, man. It don't to me, but I don't know.
But, I guess that's for the question for people who post something and
that's
oh
weird.
man,
That's weird.
He liked my photo, or I guess you better not like the car in the background at all or anything. Like what does that translate to?
That is weird to me. I'm gonna be real. For me, honestly,
I'm trying
to understand. I'm trying to understand how like you said, T-Mar, one like or a few likes translates into a, like you said, inbox. Hey, what's up?
Yeah, I agree. Like, I mean,
DM dropping in your DM or whatever.
Yeah, I think it's a reality as far as the question that you asking.
Okay.
I just know for me, I can't look at if I post a picture and let's just say all of us, I'll just say the picture that we took when we first started off the show. We was down there in Florida, right? It's a nice pic. We all had blazers on, pop, pop, pop. Nice little setting in the back. So, we think we look pretty debonair or whatever, right? Just because we get likes and everything like that, I'm not going to look at each female on that list and like, I think she's digging your boy from a like. Like that's to me, I'm just saying that's just kind of weird to me, man. Like you can just go to that extent. You know what I'm saying?
You jump from A to Z.
All the way. But I think where it comes from is like where it gets to the point of, and I see a lot of females or talk to females or random conversations, what it may be, like they get aggravated on like the likes and stuff. Some guys take it and run with it. Like now I'm finna try to, see what it is because you casually liking my likes that I like on your post. Like that just sounds crazy and weird to me saying it already. You know what I'm saying?
I think when people start scrolling through your page though, you know what I'm saying? I think, when you got this one person maybe scrolling through your page, liking all your photos, Yeah. But to me, that's just somebody just trying to get you.
Bro,
you better
weird and scary at the same time. Like, why you liking my pics in 2015? Why did you have much time in your hand?
But why not? Because when Facebook was first created, right? A lot of people were just using it to keep a check on their friends, or see what's going on. For the longest time when I had Facebook, I wasn't scrolling through everybody's pictures, but I would just scroll through just to see what like classmates been up to, things of that nature. But I think people still do that. Hey, what T-Mar been up to? Let me just go through his pictures, see what he been up to.
But he shouldn't take anything from that, though, is what we say.
No, right, exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
I think that's the
like
problem. I think that's the confusion.
Yes, that's the part. Damn, I was in my tux back in 18. Come on, bro.
She done went through my whole life history.
Yeah, man. Like
30 minutes.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So that's crazy, man. I really would I wish we could have some females on, man, because females more so than us.
Since you stopped it's a whole album on there. It got food in it, and I got a whole website that got food on it. You know what I'm saying? I got a whole website that got food on it. It's www.grady's.org.
Drop your info in the comment.
You know what I'm saying?
Drop them in the comments. Let them know. But I was about to say, but I think sometimes and I'm posing this to like the women that are actually watching tonight, because of course I think the question I'm asking they can answer better than us. Females, and if I'm wrong, that's cool. But I think they take into account more their physical appearance than us. So when they get dolled up, got the heels lotioned up really good, so ain't no cracks on that thing showing. You know what I'm saying? Like Nico put out today about the sundress season and all this stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So you make your post about sundress season and everything. Like with females, how does that make y'all feel when just because the pics you post and it ain't nothing that you trying to put out as a thirst trap? You just got a nice little sun. The sun hit just right. And I'm in my dress, I take a picture and I post it, and your inbox just start blowing up like crazy. Like, I want to know how that make females feel. Like, is it flattering? Is it creepy? You know what I'm saying? Because what's the deal? I think most of us think we can get from if we got a fresh haircut and we make a post or something like that, we may get some comments or something like that. I don't see females going in. Well, I ain't gonna say that. I don't know, but. I don't know, but I just want to know how females feel about stuff like that, man. Because sometimes these dudes that sit behind these screens all day long, they can take and run with stuff, man, and be some real deal creeps just from pics that you post.
Oh man, she like my pic. We go together now.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like
how, bro? Like
you my girl.
How? Don't like my girl pic, bro? What? It's social media.
Right.
I find everybody to prove my love.
Hey, but I can't speak for women, but I can speak for me, bro. When I get a haircut, fresh cut Friday, bro, I just pay $50 for that cut plus a tip. You're going to see this haircut. And if you like it, love it, let me know, because I need to know that money was well spent.
Wait a minute.
What y'all paying for haircuts now, boy? I'm glad I don't got.
Boy, you take care of yourself down in the mirror.
Hold on, man. Did this man just give it a caption for the day he gets cuts? Like you got a slogan for this thing? Fresh Cut
Fresh
Friday.
Cut Friday.
My man.
Yeah. I can't say the other one on here, you know what I'm saying, because we're trying to be clean, but it's FNF, you know.
Okay.
Fine. Yeah. But I paid $50 for that cut, bro. You're going to see this cut.
You just call yourself fine.
I heard it a couple times in my comments, man. You know how them comments serious. You know what I'm saying? If a girl called you fine on social media, you are fine. I took it to the head.
That boy called himself fine, boy. Okay, so who was that comment that said coming from a married woman, it is aggy, it's aggravating? Who said that? I can't see it on my end.
That can't see
That was
Anybody?
That was Miss
Herbert. I
Herbert.
don't
She's at
want to
work.
mess up the name.
Who was that?
It was Mira. How you say your name? Like,
Oh, I just like I said last name Herbert. I just left it at that.
Herbert,
Is that what you
yeah.
talking about?
why you can't take me serious? Nobody takes me serious. What the? I'm sick of it.
So like so we oh my god, Ashley said
All right,
okay.
Mimi, we got you.
All right, that works bad because I'll show about trying to find a nickname somewhere. So Ashley said, "Oh my God, she don't have stalkers that she had to block. Call through Facebook unannounced." That is
What?
weird.
Oh, I forgot they got that feature in there. You can call people from like it'll ring your phone from like
Wow.
you can actually phone
Yeah.
call somebody on
That's bold.
Messenger.
That's bold.
That's weird.
So they got access to you. Facebook give people access to you.
That is weird.
Can you stop that?
I don't know.
You
I
can
don't
block
know.
them.
That's weird.
Yeah, you can block 'em.
Tori says it depends on what's being said. Of course, a compliment doesn't hurt. So Tori may ask, what if this guy is like he's a faithful one to compliment you? Like, does that get to a point where? And I'm asking because what if like your engagement with this guy, that's all it is? Like he don't try to
Right.
have no individual conversations or small talking. Then everything this interaction this guy have with you is likes, hearts, and you know the
I
compliments.
thought about Players Club, bro. What's Buddy name on Players Club?
But
Stalker,
That went to
stalker buddy?
old girl house.
Yeah, stalker dude.
Byron,
Yeah,
Byron, I spent a lot of money with you, Diamond.
I liked a lot of pictures.
I spent a lot of likes with you, Diamond. You can give me this one chance to talk to me. Like, that's cool, man.
You know how many pics I don't like?
Right, you know what I'm saying? I'm putting in work right now. So, you know.
DM you every morning. Good morning. Like, come on, bro.
Grand Rising, beautiful, all that other jazz and everything, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, hey, I'll tell you something else, man, that's been kind of weird too, bro. That makes it hard. Like even simple stuff, right? Like we saying like simple stuff like as far as a compliment. I think some things that makes it hard, like you get into like everything now has a season. Like you gonna say it's sundress season. Fellas got sweatpants season. Now they got I think I saw something about hoochie daddy shorts or some stuff like that. Now we're just the
Hoochie
champion.
daddy
Bro,
shorts?
I can't even wear the 5-inch shorts. Like, why would you even buy the 5-inch shorts, bro?
You know what I'm saying? That sits mid thigh, where you may have, you know, your man child or your third leg dangling and everything. So it's like, man, it's like simple stuff, bro. And I love to wear sweatpants. Like if I could wear sweatpants every day to work, I would. Sweatpants and slides and a hoodie. I'm in there. You know what I'm
I
saying?
wish I could wear it to work every day.
But it's like, bro, like you get objectified quick. And it ain't because of maybe necessarily what you got going on in the thing, but it's stuff like this that's been put out there. Like, yeah, that is hoochie daddy shorts. You know, oh, they say put on Spanx. Spanx.
Thanks. You're going too far. You're going
That's
too
tough.
far, Mimi.
That's tough. That's tough.
Go to timeout.
That's tough.
Go
But
back to work. She gotta go back to work now.
Like, but like even females too, man. How does that make y'all feel? You know, knowing that it's sundress season, and how the sundress in itself has already been objectified before you stepped out the door. So now you're in this public setting, and because it's sundress season, you got jokers looking at you or objectifying you already. Like I said again, because of what's been promoted and everything like that. Like that's something I'm interested in knowing, like from females' perspective. Those things make you feel uncomfortable, or you soak this in, like shit, y'all can see this thing clap as I walk by. Like what is it? You know what I'm saying? Like
Bro,
even for y'all fellas, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, with sweatpants season and everything like that. You know, y'all start wearing sweatpants because it's sweatpants season. All the time. Like,
bro, I
Jesus
live in
Christ.
North Carolina. It get cold, bro. I put on sweatpants. So I want to be comfortable when I go out the house. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It just be coincident that I get my hair cut and put on sweatpants at the same time. I don't really try to do it.
It's coincidence. Nice. All right, Mimi says sundress season doesn't bother her. She put on what she feels comfortable, look good in it. Kobe says she's ready for it. One time for the itty bitty jigger, itty bitty jigger. That is there. So and I can respect that. That's the confidence. It just like you said, just taking it for what it is. You know what I'm saying?
In my opinion, if fellas don't feel like this is Nico. Man, women know what the hell they be doing. Like if you're working with some back there and you put that dress on with no pants, you know what's gonna happen. And you walking by with the heels on, sitting up. Come on, man. That's just Nico's opinion. That they didn't say a word. I said that.
So you saying they doing it just pure for attention?
I didn't say it for attention, but like they know some attention gonna come with it.
You said
They know some attention gonna come with it.
You said they know what they be doing. So what
Some
they
attention
doing it
gonna
for?
come with it. I ain't saying it's purely for the attention. They might just like the outfit, but they know some attention gonna come with it with that thing moving. Like all four of us could be sitting having a conversation, and some walk by, one of us gonna and then get eye contact. Come on, no, okay, too far.
Talking about you, Nico, is you saying?
Yes. That's what I was saying.
Those are one of us.
No.
One of us gonna get our ass kicked when we get home.
Bro, I'm just saying, you gonna look.
Hey, ain't nobody agreeing to that.
No.
I ain't gonna get the ass kicked. Well, it's all right. Take one for the team, Nico. Why don't you?
I am married, not blind. That's it.
Oh man, boy, you a fool, man. Somebody said, hold on, let me going back to these comments. Life insurance paid for. All right, time to go, y'all. Show's over. So
Hey, we gonna mute Nico for the rest of the show. If y'all got anything to say to him, y'all just inbox him. He done for the night. Hey, he done for the night. Bye, Nico.
All right, man. Go back to the comments real quick, man. We got Kobe. She made her comment. Latika Madden said she loves wearing sundresses and very comfortable in her skin to wear her sundresses. Mimi said yes, but it's too hot for no panties. That thing gonna be real yeasty. Okay. All right, all right, got it. Kobe said the main reason she does it is for attention. Sometimes it makes her feel good. We can respect that. You know what I'm saying?
But as long as you know what you're doing and admit to it, you know what I'm saying. But that's the problem.
That'd be the problem right there.
That'd be the problem.
You know you do it for attention. I guess just let me and Kobe.
It's not that you're looking for the attention, but you expect it.
Right. So I think it kind of comes to Nick Demary to that point too, because I'm with you, but I think it kind of comes to the type of attention that she gets. That may make her feel uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the only way I can see as growing up. Because back in the day, as a young shit, we, say, what the fuck you wearing for there? You want to say that? Yeah, that type of mentality. You know what I'm saying? But I like you said, I think we can respect the fact that she admitted, I'm wearing it because I want the attention. Like she said, she wants to see the what you say the itty bitty jingle or jungle or whatever how she said everything. So so let your blessings flow. You know what I'm saying? So okay, I got a cosign. Joy said exactly. So all right. So I guess it's the type of attention that they get. I just say even to that extent as well, females like especially if you know you're wearing, and y'all feel y'all can tell me if I'm right or wrong. If you know you're wearing something and your physique is what it is, you know, all females have something part of their physique that they just can't help. It is what it is. And you know you're gonna get the attention. Like, I think you have to be mindful too then of just what you're wearing. And I think there's always a slippery slope part, you know what I'm saying? Where it's like, how you gonna tell me what I don't need to wear because these idiots out here gonna take stuff to the extreme. I still want to feel good for myself. You know what I'm saying? But it is that's a hard bout, man. I'm glad God made me a man because I don't want to deal with no crap like that, dog.
Bro, I don't think nobody should be telling anybody what they can and can't wear. And then that leads to a whole other conversation for another day with these laws with Republicans trying to tell women what to do with their body. Like, I hate that. But that's a conversation for another day.
That's true. That's true. That's true, man. Latika says
I had some sense now since I got muted.
That's right. That's right. Well, we just want to make sure you good, man. You know what I'm saying?
Welcome back, man. Welcome back.
Got insurance policies and stuff that's out in our own deck.
Let me check on them later tonight. Check on them later tonight.
Yeah, we're gonna talk. We're gonna do a group. We're gonna get back on for a group call later on, bro. Just make sure.
I'm sending a smoke signal, man.
Yeah. Go ahead. Mimi said that thing jiggling, she gonna look too. I'm not knocking it. Beautiful creations. Mimi with it, boy. Mimi, what you doing at work, man? God dog.
I know where you working. You ain't working at all.
Like, hey, you going in right now? Show us your face.
Hey, I hope you ain't working at Amazon and not put my stuff in my box, man.
God, man.
She ain't doing a whole lot of work at all, is it, T?
No. She over there vibing.
I'm working. I'm at work.
But yeah, man. Oh, but yeah, like Latika said, she gets a lot of compliments, young and old. It's how the woman take it. I think that's a legit answer since she's trying not to get fired, y'all. Or Mimi, she's trying not to get fired.
Yeah.
All right, we'll let that slide. We
That's me every day at work. I'm just here so I won't get fired. That's
it is. You know, so I don't know, man. I think that's kind of like an interesting thing, man. I think we kind of went away from the whole 50-50 thing, but it kind of ties into some kind of way.
Accountability.
Well, it ties into the type of people you might end up with, or type of people you're looking for. If you're gonna end up going 50-50 or not, I guess.
That's true.
So we'll bring it back. I can bring it back into some type of way.
Good tie, because I just thought about it. I was like, dang, what they got to do with what we was talking about?
We went way off.
We went off on a little tangent, but we brought it back. But the whole 50-50 thing, bro, like when I think of it, I think of
financial.
One, if something happened to me and I can't do what I've been doing, can you step up and do it until I get back right? Two, take care of me. I got us. That's your 50%. Take care of me. I'll take the rest of it. That's it. It's pretty simple. You got to figure out how that works in your relationship, not mine. Yours.
Yeah, I was about to say, man. I think for me, I haven't really chimed in as far as my perspective on the 50-50. I think for me, I think the problem a lot of people have, they get stuck on just that number, 50. Yeah. So, and I think for me, that embodies, it's like splitting everything down the middle, the bills, the nurturing, my time with the kids versus your time with the kids. Well, hell, I cut the grass. You can at least clean the dishes. You know what I'm saying? Or I wash the dishes. At least you cook. I can at least wash the dishes. Like, if you go about things that way, bro, like you're not gonna be successful in any relationship that you be in. Personally, in my opinion, and I think that's where society right now, as a whole, they leave the aspect of what, to George's point, what she just made, of communicating your expectations. I think they leave that out. And they go off of whether it's our best friend's relationship or these people that we see, that we look up to, whether we go how much account we want to give it to, but the people that we look up to on these TV screens and movies and everything like that, their relationships, or whether it's somebody that's in our family, their relationship, whatnot. So we base a lot of those things off the experiences around us for those. And we forget about the fact that I just need to talk to you what works for me, that meets me in the middle. And then with that, if you do that, if you communicate and be truthful when you communicate, you'll realistically understand that the 50-50 is always going to be, it's going to shift. I may have to roll the 90 right now, and you just got the 10. Or you may have to pick up the 10 now, and you got the 90, 70, 30, 60, 40, whatever it may need to be. I just hate that folks put the all in me on the 50, the number 50 in itself, and then you drive all these daggone conclusions about what a 50-50 relationship is supposed to be. Like every
Some
time
women don't mind 50-50 after the relationship over. If we talk about a marriage, they love that 50-50 then.
Of course, then, right? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to get mine as far as what I put into it. But again, I think that's where I think if you being realistic about what you put into a relationship, even in a marriage, and let's just say it goes separate ways, like two people should be able to if they just agree, hey, this just didn't work out, they should be able to walk away and say, hey man, it was a good ride. Shit just didn't work. We should have been
meant to be.
You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't meant to be. You know what I'm saying? But of course, we don't live in a realistic world because now you want to go back and you want to try to checklist off everything that you did for this nigga and everything I did and I can't leave blah blah blah.
Yeah, it ain't. If you got to keep count, then it ain't working. If you got to keep count on what you're doing, then it is not. And that's when you're taking that 50-50 thing literally, right? As in, I'm doing this. Now let me check out what you're doing to meet your half. I'll say this also about the 50-50 thing. Now, there are perfectly good marriages out there with stay-at-home moms, stay-at-home dads that are not contributing 50% financially to a household or to a relationship. But what you have to do and realize is what those people have probably done is they've come together and set collective goals for what they want, right? So for what they want, they're working together, meaning you're doing your part and I'm doing my part. That's what it kind of like 50-50 thing in. We both have a part to play. So as long as you're doing my part and I'm doing my part, this thing would work. Of course, like we talked about earlier, and Timar stated a few seconds ago, sometimes that 50-50 thing may shift. Like the balance is not a scale to where it's always going to be, well, I'm doing this and you doing that. But I think, coming together collectively and talking about establishing collectively what are we trying to accomplish will allow you to do or to kind of like implement something to a sense to where it's not basically you pay half these bills and then we going to consider ourselves in a 50-50 relationship. You know what I mean? Well, you just pay half of this and our stats, when we tell people, oh, we going 50-50, you know what I mean? We in a 50-50 relationship type thing. And just to say, we're going to put a number on it and I'm going to keep tabs to see how much you paid this month. Like where your 50% of this or where your 50% of that is where you start getting into trouble with just trying to, make something like that works. I think it's just a collective unit coming together, moving together, you know what I mean, towards one common goal is what a 50-50, that's what it means to me anyway. That's what the 50-50 means to me.
All right. I think that's a great answer. I think that's a great answer. But again, I think most of this conversation, when people say 50-50 is financial, I think majority of these conversations are financial. That's what a lot of people say. What are you gonna pay for me? You should be paying A, B, and C, and I should sit back and kick and do whatever I want with my money. Buy my bags, get my hair done, and whatnot. I think that's just where most of the conversation come from. I want to know, what is that man making that is paying this 80% or 20? Men that are not financially doing 50-50. Not to say that me and my wife are doing 50-50, but I think a lot of people nowadays, women make just as much as the men do. So what are we making financially?
He sacrificed more. So you sacrifice more so that she may have. It's like you said. If I'm if I'm giving 90% of my income so that you may have live your excessive lavish life, meaning you can keep doing the same things you're doing when we start meeting, you know what I mean? But those are the things that to me personally, don't create healthy, long-lasting relationships. You know what I mean? Because at some point, that man is going to get tired. He's going to maybe feel neglected. You know what I mean? So I'm tired of having to support you in all that you do, because one thing I can tell you about someone, a female spender or a spender period, it's going to come to a point where they're going to overspend and they're going to need more help than they originally need.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Because luxury items don't get cheap. They get more expensive.
The merit to your point, right? When you was like, what people making to be spending money like that, bro. The average income right now in America is $58K per household. That's like a 2-person household is $58K. I don't know what kind of money these people think they got to be spending like that on bags, unless they want like the assistant coach bag and Michael Kors. Not even Michael Kors, but like, yeah, we can do that. But like,
Hey, we
ain't doing too much for $58K, bro.
we
Between
had a
the two
couple.
of y'all.
We had a couple of good comments in there, man. I'm gonna try to answer. I think one of the comments answered Latika's question. She says she needs to ask. I need to ask a question. She says in the Bible it says that the man should be the head of the household. What happened to that?
What verse is that in the Bible that he said
Hold
that the man should be the head
on,
of the household?
hold on, Nico. Before you go down, I know you're gonna go. Hold on. I'm gonna try to go to the statement, which I think kind of addresses that. And then Nico, you come in with yours as well too on that part. Quinn Griffey says, he says we live in an uncategorized society, not modern or old. Says we literally are in the age of confusion, not knowing whether to follow old traditions or make new ones, cause nobody is their grandparents. And you know, I think that statement kind of answers the question of her answers her question. You know, when it comes to head of household, traditional aspect or whatnot. I think the face of relationships are not traditional anymore. Like you have, for one, we have more, women and women and men and men relationships now. We have the transsexual relationships now. Now you have what's non-binary. Is that right? Where you don't acknowledge yourself as anything. You know what I'm saying? You just
You're an
individual.
alien. I'm just playing.
Yeah.
You're an existing being.
You're an individual. So when you
Yeah.
come back to talking about stuff with the Bible, whether that's a specific scripture or the context, or however you want to put it, I think that's where it gets like it goes real left, because I don't think a lot of people really go by that traditional aspect anymore because of how many faces we have of what a relationship looks like. Nico, you had something to add on that you was about to say, or question with?
No, I was just trying to figure out what verse was that in the Bible, because it's the verse that I think she's talking about. It's Ecclesiastes 12:13. It says nothing about the household. It says that the male should be the head over the wife under Christ. Nothing about the household. So, like, don't take the verse in the Bible and then attempt to make it to what you want it to be to fit the narrative of a man leading and paying the bills or being the provider, because it never says that. So, like, don't use that interpretation.
He's going with Ephesians 5:23 to be correct.
5:23. Which one?
5:23.
What does that say?
For the husband is the head of the wife, even as Christ is the head of the church, his body, and is his.
It said the head of the wife. It didn't say the head of the household.
What does it say, dog, Bonnie?
Yeah, we'll start right there. Go ahead. We're gonna get briefly quoted on Nico because he.
Y'all be ready, man. Oh man, but hey, that's a good question, Tico. And Tish said he's the head of the wife. So I look at it to Nico's point. I think you have to look at it from the standpoint of how you take the context of it. Mm-hmm. Because if you're talking about a husband, wife, and
That's the
man of the
house.
wife, that's the house. So it's operating in that standpoint. If you want to be literal with it and everything that's in that concept, yeah, it's gonna be taken in another perspective. But teachers on that, which is cool. But I think when you're talking about as far as from a traditional aspect again, how households are what they are, what they are deemed or what they're supposed to be from a traditional aspect since day one, before any of us are created, is based on those principles.
Right.
So it's kind of hard to go against, try to say that is what it is at this point right now, because those principles right now are taking on so many different facets at this point. So it's kind of hard. One more comment and one great to wrap this thing up. Queen Griffey said he's gonna keep it real. He said women have a knack for misinterpretation. Men are simple. Women create scenarios with their own mindsets. I don't know. I can't agree with you on that bit, dog. Not all men are simple for real. I get what you're saying. For expectations, I can see where we are simple in that regard. But as far as interpreting things and whatnot, I think sometimes we misconstrue things as well too because of how we see it, and I don't think that's so much as far as us being at a simple-minded level of viewing.
I think that's a topic of like logical thinking versus emotional thinking.
Yeah, but see, then that opens up another can of worms, a whole nother conversation.
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. That's not as simple as that. So, but yeah, man, we're gonna get ready to wrap this thing up, man. Good dialogue tonight. Good dialogue, even though we kind of jumped away from the subject.
We went left for a good little while, but I appreciated that. I think I learned some things tonight, man. About
just missed the exit, man. We just missed the exit. We came back.
I think it's good because
with the people for a minute.
Right, know what I'm saying? We got good dialogue from everybody else, man. So it wasn't just us that was just going left with it. They rolled on the road with us. You know what I'm talking about? So we appreciate that. But yo, man, I think it was a good show tonight, man. Hope we, like we said, something was being able to take away from tonight. To try to get this whole concept of what 50-50 is. I mean, shoot, at the end of the day, man, we live in a very opinionated society.
Sorry, look at that comment.
I just I have a job after today. See, you ain't gonna do that. Come here and try to give us a subpoena while we on the show. We ain't gonna have none of that. But no, man. But Nico, you want to go and close us out, man?
All right. A little word was placed on my heart today. I wanted to come to.
I'm sorry, my bad.
I had to. All right. So the quote for the night. Do what your life can handle and do what your pockets can afford. Pretty simple, right? That being said, I love you. Have a great night on and with purpose. Peace and blessings.
I can't afford